Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully good. Today we are back in Minecraft, and today I have a pretty cool little trick to show you that is survivable. We haven't done a survivable trick for quite a while. So I was messing around and I found this kind of strange little mechanic and I thought it was pretty cool, so I'm going to show you it. So let's hop into the world and check it out. So what I have for you today stems from a very, very simple question I had for myself. What happens if you put a boat on a mob? What does happen? It's an interesting question. What I was expecting to happen would be the boat to just fall through, or alternatively to pick up the mob. But neither of those happens. What actually happens is it balances on their head. Very, very interesting situation here. And it's this right here that actually leads to some pretty cool stuff. So, let me show you. So the very first thing I thought was, hey, I bet you can make a bridge with this. And it turns out you can indeed. So it's actually pretty simple to do. All you need is a mob, a boat, a fence, and a leash. And you can create a pretty cool rope bridge. So let me show you how it works. So we take the mob, we leash it to the fence above here, and then we break this block right here. Now, conventionally, mobs like to go a little bit crazy when they are suspended in air like this. So let's just leash all these guys and suspend them like so. But an interesting effect happens when you drop a boat onto their heads. Because as you can see at the moment, they're being all crazy and hyper. But if you drop a boat on their heads, it calms them down just a little bit. So let's just do this on all 5 of them. And you'll see that they all just suddenly stop bouncing and remain pretty stable. So then we can come along, if we so desire, and we can run across the bridge and get to the other side. Now the thing that I really, really like about this is that it's highly destructible. That's always fun. So I'm sure you can see how this is destructible, but the really fun thing about this is, okay, let's say you're on one side, you're being chased by somebody, so you run across your little bridge, get to the other side. But the fun thing is, because these are all entities, then you can actually destroy it really, really easily. For example, one thing you could do, or maybe one thing a bad guy could do, is they could aim their bow at one of these leashes right here, the leash knot, and pow! And it drops like a stone. And suddenly, the bridge is no longer crossable. That is very, very fun, in my opinion. So that in itself is pretty neat, but there's a little bit more to it. So because this works with pretty much any mob, we get different effects if you use different mobs. For example, what happens, do you think, if we used, say, a chicken? I'm sure you can have a pretty good guess at what might happen if we used a chicken instead of a pig. Let's see. Alright, so put that guy there, put a boat on top. So basically, if you drop this guy on here, of course, sits on top of the chicken, but when we unleash the chicken will actually fall slowly because that's how chickens act, but the boat will also act like a chicken and float down slowly. Now this is pretty cool because any entity can stand on here. So let's unleash this guy again, drop the chicken. So I, a player, can actually stand on this boat like so, and much like the boat, I will descend gracefully like a feather until we get to the ground. So that is pretty neat, but because this works with the player, this also means it works with other mobs. For example, armor stands. That's right, guys, armor stands are sort of a mob, so they work with this as well. So let's unleash this, guys. So basically, what this does is it kind of turns other mobs into a slowed down version of themselves when they descend. So it's pretty cool. So let's watch this again. Now, when I was doing this, I was kind of thinking this would be pretty cool for some kind of survival-based mini game where you have to like shoot down a bunch of armor stand things with a bow or something. So as you can see, it falls very, very slowly. Armor stands normally don't do that. So like, that would be pretty fun. Like, not that in itself, but something like that. But there's a couple other things you can do with this, which are also pretty neat. So this can work with multiple chickens at the same time. So if we place some boats down in, say, this formation to get the most surface area, like so, what you can do is you can obviously unleash all of these onto the chickens, but you can actually create bigger descending platforms pretty easily. So let's just get rid of this there. And you can see they all fall at the same time. And you can walk around on this as if it was one big floating platform. Like so. I find that very cool. So the really fun thing about this is the effect is reciprocating or nested, I guess. So something as silly as this is allowed to exist. The question is, does something as stupid as this work? Do you think it works? Let's find out. Alright, so this is a pretty massive tower. At the very top we have a llama because that is the silliest mob. He should be the king of the castle. So on there he falls on a boat. The boat falls onto a spider. That spider falls onto another boat, who then falls onto a skeleton horse, who then falls onto another boat, who then falls onto a wither skeleton, who then falls onto another boat, who then falls onto a pig, who falls onto another boat, who falls onto a husk, who then falls onto another boat, who then falls onto a sheep, who then falls onto another boat, who then falls onto a witch, who then falls onto a boat, who then falls onto a mushroom, who then falls onto another boat, who then falls onto a creeper, who then falls onto a boat, who then falls onto the chicken and egg. Let's go to that. And who then falls on the chicken. And then, does it descend? Does this Tower of Insanity descend? Yes, the effect is nested, and all of these guys just go on a nice little descending journey downwards, and they should technically all survive. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. Why? Why does the game work like this? Why does it work like that? It doesn't make any sense. Minecraft, you are so silly. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much all there is to it. What a strange game we play. What a strange game we play. I do hope you enjoyed this little video, guys. If you did, a like is, of course, always much appreciated. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.